because this is, you know, and I'll tell you the truth, this is really, really a great product. You see what I'm saying? And I want to know what inspired you to create this. Like, where did this come from?
So I believe that I was solving a problem. Whenever we solve problems, we create things that, you know, we probably didn't expect to create ourselves, because my background, I was a TV producer, you know,
Right.
in the music business for a little while. And I had an issue with the products that were on the market. There were certain products that I used that I loved, but then they started to change as they were on the market for a long time. And we know what happens when big companies buy out the small.
They start to dilute the product.
Right. So I started making my own product, literally like pressing butters and products together. And to be perfectly honest, Harlem had a lot to do with it, because I started working at the Harlem Children's Zone teaching culinary classes.
I
like,
remember that.
Right?
Right.
And
you are a chef. You are a chef as well. You cook
yes,
extremely well.
Right. And I was walking down 125th Street every single day, and I'm seeing the Africans out there with the different butters. And I was like, how do I get this rock solid butter into my skin? So I would buy, you know, the containers of the mango butter and the shea butter and the cocoa butter. I would get it home, and I couldn't figure out, how do I rub this into my skin? This is impossible. So being the culinary background that I had, that I finally started cold pressing it together. That's what makes my product different from everyone else's. A lot of people, they took those ingredients and they melted them down.
Right.
And what I did was, I said, I don't want to put heat to the product, because that's going to take some of the nutritional value out of the product. So I need to figure out, how can I get these raw ingredients in a nice, smooth, creamy consistency that people love.
Right. You damn sure figured that out.
And I came up with some amazing machines and equipment that were able to do that. And that's what you have, the final product. And then it turns out, this wasn't the reason I made the product, but it turns out that it heals eczema. It heals psoriasis. It heals itchy, flaky scalp. It helps your hair grow. It helps your nails grow. I mean, it does so many things, and everybody that uses it, from celebrities to just, you know, regular people,
right,
regular, everyday people, is what keeps the business alive. So I'm very grateful.
But you know, and I want to interject and say, you know, see, because I think that this right here, like you said, I always say necessity is the mother of invention.
Yeah.
You know, like, we create things just because we need them, you know, and sometimes, like I was telling people about the purpose of life, different things in a purpose. See, sometimes, like you said, with eczema and stuff like that, you know, just by your natural creation, you know, where, you know, you got all of these different people doing different things and coming up with things and diluting them, you're creating something that's very natural and it's coming from a different spirit. It's kind of like, as a cook, and you can tell me how you see this. I think that sometimes when people cook, depending on the spirit that they carry, it affects the food. You know, if you really don't want to make something, it tastes like you didn't want to make it, to me, a lot of times.
You put love into the food.
Right.
And
right.
I ended up, because of me going to Harlem Children's Zone and teaching culinary, it ended me up on the Food Network. And I was actually performing on Food Network Star with Bobby Flay and Jana De Laurentiis and all that. And so it was just my love for cooking and my love for creating.
Right.
And now I have a business that I'm responsible now for getting people this product. And
and let me tell you, I want them to know, I have, and let me tell you, this one here, this one says the foot here too. You know, this is for the feet, they say, this for the feet. So, you know, I run sometimes, you know, and I hate to say this, but I run 5 miles, then I may go ride my bike for another 5-7 miles. Like, I like to, right. And I was running yesterday, and I put some of this on my feet. My feet said, oh. But then after that, when I put it on my feet, I felt like, I said, damn, but you know, I use peppermint soap a lot when I wash up. Like, that's my go-to soap. Like, I use peppermint for pretty much anything, right? So I said, damn, this. I said, let me put this in, and then I put it on my head too, you know. And I'm gonna tell you, this feels good up there.
You can absolutely put this peppermint foot cream right into your scalp. Literally.
It has definitely
You're gonna
made
see your
my head feel.
You will see your hair growing because peppermint naturally gets the blood circulating and stimulates the follicles. I have a product specifically for hair growth, and it has some other extra ingredients. But literally, all of my products are multi-purpose. You can use everything. You can take the beard. I have a men's line that it's a beard cream, but the oils and the ingredients are so. Yeah, you got that too.
That's right. I ain't playing. I'm rolling hard. I'm rolling hard.
You are not playing. And so I feel blessed. I feel blessed that God has. You talked about purpose earlier, and I feel like He has created this platform for my purpose. You know, this is just a platform. You know, this isn't all of who Cedar Lewis is, but this is the platform for me to really just shine the light on the person that gives me life. You know,
I agree, and I want to know. So when you started this, right? Because you have the different flavors for different reasons. Like, what made you come up? How do you pick your you know, like the peppermint,
I love the fact